do you know about music anyway, huh?
Professor Beagle's a genius.
He may be a genius, but that doesn't stop him from being an idiot.
Well, excuse me for breathing.
Yeah, more than you know, enchilada breath. That's it. It's decided. I will never talk to a member of this family as long as I live. That's sure. Except when it's time to ask for my allowance, of course.
Maybe Grandma Rose is right. Maybe I'm working myself all up over nothing. I mean, she said herself, she's nuts. Maybe she just imagined the whole thing. Yeah, sure, that's it. I mean, apart from being bonkers, she's a pill popper. If she had any more pills in her, she'd sound like a pair of maracas. You know? The more I think of it, the more I'm sure I'm right. She just imagined the whole thing. And I was actually worried about it. Boy, I feel great now that I understand it all. Just great. Just great. But what if I really am adopted? One way or the other, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Aha! Bob Bulldog, private detective. We specialize in finding out if you're really adopted or if your granny's just nuts. Seems like this just might be the kind of expert I'm looking for. So, that's about it, Mr. Bulldog. I've just gotta find out if I'm adopted or not.
If it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna help you find that out, son.
Son? Don't tell me you're my dad.
No. Talk about single-digit IQs. It was just an expression, kid. Desmond.
But what about my case? The only clue I've got to go on is this picture I stumbled on in the bottom of a drawer. So will you take my case?
I don't care if I have to go to the end of the earth for the answer.
Gee,
I'll find out for you.
that sounds kind of expensive.
Well, naturally, these things can run into some serious coin.
But I'm broke.
Who the heck cares where any of us comes from anyway? It's today that matters.
But I've gotta know. Maybe I could pay you out of my allowance.
Maybe. The tracking down of your family tree package will cost you, well, let's see. 1,842 weeks of allowance. Or give me $20 and I'll poke my nose around a little and see what I can dig up.
You got yourself a deal.
Okay, but for 2 sawbones, I don't promise to paw the Red Sea. Look, I'll phone you as soon as I've got news for you.
And I'll phone you just as soon as I got to $20.
I shall listen to my mother and become a plastic surgeon. Or a fashion model.
Jeez. Not only is the old stuffed shirt about to bore me to death, I've got to be kept waiting in this crooked mausoleum for the privilege.
I'll be right with you. Minute. Don't worry about a thing, though.
Professor Beagle?
Who's the idiot who put that china cabinet there? You'll have to excuse me. I'm just having a tiny bit of trouble with my eyes. Well, you must be Professor Beagle, the renowned pianist.
No, you're Professor Beagle. I'm the poor sap whose parents have forced her to study with you.
Right. Well, down to work. Now you give it a try. I think we've got a little ways to go here.
Don't hold your bad breath on me sticking around for the ride, Prof.
Lily, did we do the right thing in...
In forcing her to take those...
No. Oh. What on earth is going on down here? Huh? Hello?
And my parents are actually paying $50 an hour for this lunatic?
If my wife comes in, just tell her it was like this when we arrived. Got that?
Got it!
Good.
Mr. Bulldog? Desmond maybe Shepherd here. Any news on the investigation?
Geez, kid, you left the office barely 15 minutes ago. I'll phone you when I have news.
Sure thing, Mr. Bulldog. I'll phone back later.
Yeah, well, I suppose I should get on with this dumb old investigation. Later.
We'll begin with the tempo. Now, the metronome was invented by Fido van Bordercollie in... I'm getting sleepy. Very sleepy.
Huh?
Oh, thank God, it's lunchtime. I hope you'll excuse me. I ordered out for some spaghetti. I'm coming. Danke. Smells delicious. Okay, let's skip lunch and get back to work.
I know it's for her own good to study the classics, but she just seems so very unhappy.
We can't let ourselves be swayed by something like that, darling.
I'm sure you're right about this, Thomas, but...
I mean, when I was a pup, you didn't think about what you wanted. It was up to your parents to decide. Well, that all sounds pretty silly now, doesn't it?
Well, now that you mention it, yep.
What in the devil is going on here? Oh, thank you, child. Ants! I hate ants! Oh. You leave a piece of pizza lying around for a couple of weeks, and before you know it, the little beggars are everywhere. By the way, don't tell my wife, yeah?
Sure thing.
Thank you, child.
You know, Prof, ants or not, you were beginning to sound pretty good back there. I mean, pretty rock and roll.
What do you mean, rock and roll? What is this rock and roll,
What? I didn't do it. I tell you, I got an alibi.
Hello, Mr. Bulldog. It's me again.
This is turning into the most annoying 20 bucks I never made. What do you want, kid?
Any progress on the investigation?
No, not in the 15.5 minutes since you last called me. Okay, now, listen to me real careful, my little friend, because I'm saying this for the last time. I'll ring you when there's news. Goodbye. And hello, Miss September. Enough, kid.
Then it's decided, Thomas. We're off to find Melissa right now.
And tell her we won't force her to take piano lessons anymore, right?
Right. And that from here on in, if nothing else, we'll at least try to listen to what she wants at the first.
And then we'll tell her exactly how wrong she is.
Thomas, really?
Yeah, oh, sorry. Old habits die hard.
Lazy Hound in the 5th, Saluk in the 7th, and Barking Barzoi for the final. Well, I suppose I'd better clear up that Desmond, what's-his-name's, case. Yeah, adoptions are us? Tell me, did you guys place a pup by the name of Desmond in the Shepherd family some 13, 14 years back? Yeah. Annoying? Goofy kid? Yeah. That seems to be the right pup. You were real happy to get rid of him? Huh. Well, I'm not surprised. Well, thanks a million, buddy. Huh.
Mr. Bulldog?
Son, looks like this ain't gonna be your day.
Well,
This rock and roll beat is really something. I would like to take a bash at that myself. Do you mind, child?
well, I don't know, Prof. This kind of music,
Oh, come now, Melissa. Music is music. What could possibly go wrong?
I know. Don't tell your wife.
Thanks.
Oh no. Suddenly my life has no meaning, no direction. If only I had some sign as to what I should do. If only I had a sign. Now, if that isn't a sign, I don't know what the heck is.
Point two. Thomas.
Right, quite right. You can quit your lessons with Professor Beagle if you really don't want to keep taking them.
Quit? Just when he's starting to teach me the classics?
And when she's starting to teach me rock and roll? Rock and roll? All right! After all these years, you're finally getting hip.
Oh, well. I guess we'll all wind up with one big happy ending.
Not quite, Grandma. I just found out I'm adopted. Mom, Dad, am I really?
Yep, you bet you are, son. We found you so special, We picked you out of millions to be our son. And we're proud to have you as a son, son.
You really mean that, Mom? Dad?
Well, of course we mean it, son.
All of a sudden, I feel like singing.